Let's talk about fear or despair or even discouragement. I'm going to read a Bible verse. I'm going to read a handful to you, okay? And I've pulled it off my laptop, which is right here in front of me. It's not how I usually do it. I usually write them down, but I'm trying to avoid hand cramps. So I'm just going to, hopefully this will be okay and I won't mess anything up. So first I'm reading from Psalms 137, okay? And this is verse 1 through 3, I guess. Yeah, 1 through 3. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat. Yeah, we wept when we remembered Zion, their home. We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song. And they that wasted us required of us happiness, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? It's kind of sad, ain't it? See, the Israelites, the Hebrews, have been carried off to Babylon for disobedience to the Lord after multiple warnings. So they had to spend 70 years in a strange land. They weren't too happy about it. I try not to mix politics with religion too much. Politics is just bad, dirty. But we all have a political bone in us in one form or another. We all have a system of beliefs of how things should be done and taken care of. We all have those beliefs. Now, some of us say we don't talk about it. It might be true, you might not talk about it. But we all have those beliefs. Let me read another one to you. We're going to go 2 Corinthians on this one, I do believe. See, first off, let me say this. Fear not is in the Bible several times. I've been told it's either repeated or alluded to 365 times. For those that need that reminder, it's there every day. 2 Corinthians 4, 8 through 9, 8 and 9. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed. We cannot be destroyed as Christians and as believers in Christ. We cannot be destroyed. You might be able to be killed. You will die. Everybody dies. But you cannot be destroyed. We continue on. There's always a continuance for the believer in Christ, and it's a good one too. Let me read you a Stonewall Jackson quote. Now, General Thomas Stonewall Jackson, that was in the war, the Northern Aggression, the Civil War. He was fearless, stout Christian, firm believer. And this is what he told someone about his fearlessness. You know, the funny thing about him is that as he was a college professor, a military, I think Virginia Military Institute, and students made fun of him. He was kind of, I guess, comical in the way he did things, or weird, or nerdy, however you want to look at it. But as a general, he was tough. Anyway, let me read what his quote is. My captain, my religious belief teaches me to feel safe in battle as I am in bed. God has fixed the time for my death. I do not concern myself about that, but to always be ready, no matter when it may overtake me. That is the way all men should live, and then all would be equally brave. He'd been asked why he was so brave, what motivated him. And basically he said, God's going to take me when it's time. And as proof of that, he was actually killed by accident by one of his own men. Shot in the arm. They had to amputate the arm, and then he got gangrene, it spread, and he died, I don't know, a week or so later, I guess. And his last words, if I recall, were something along the lines of, let us cross the river and go into the shade underneath the trees. It is cool there. Those are fantastic words. I wonder if he was talking about what I call the River Jordan and going over to his final destination. So there it is. This is a short video. It's an easy video. We Christians are not to operate in fear. We're not to have our foundation in fear. Maybe perplexed, as the verse says. But political times, what they are. You know, we got a Democratic Party sitting there talking about abortion as being right, transgender issues, gay issues, again, killing babies. At one point, they were talking about taking God out the platform, which actually most of them were for, but it got shushed down. But we're not to fear. We're Christians. We don't fear. We have nothing to fear. Do not operate on a basis of fear. Operate on a basis of love and firm conviction, and that God will carry you through no matter what. I guess you could say that's my encouraging word for you.
Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe.